That's right, everyone. The greatest YouTuber ever has returned. I'm now only going to be making amazing videos, starting with the one you're watching now. I thought I should make this return meaningful, so I've made a list of my top 10 favorite video games. A few of these are sort of left field picks, so prepare for whiplash.
What? Whiplash.
In the dawn of time, video games were incredibly barren. Almost every game was about a thing over here versus a thing over there. Thing over here, thing over there. Thing over here, thing over there. Thing over here, you'll never fucking guess, thing over there. Then, some guy from Japan asks a simple question. What if video games were good? What? Nobody had ever even thought of that before. And out of this question came an instant classic. Super Mario Bros. This game is timeless. It still holds up even today as one of the greatest platformers ever created. The secret is how simple it can be. You can run and you can jump, and if you have a fire flower, you can shoot fireballs. This kind of simple game design allows for fun levels and awesome secrets. Every jump is rewarding, and every level you beat feels like a real accomplishment. This is a game that'll never get old. It's the game I've beaten the most amount of times out of any game I've ever played. Nintendo hit it out of the park and into the Super Mario Galaxy when this came out. Castle Crashers. Back on the early days of the Xbox Live Arcade, I would play this game pretty much non-stop. Whether alone or with friends, this game offers an endless amount of creativity and fun. This game was made by Behemoth, a studio of the Newgrounds era of the internet. Before this, they were known for a little game called Alien Hominid, which is fun in its own right. And after Castle Crashers, they would go on to create Battle Block Theater, which is a great platformer. And if you happen to own both of these games, you can play as Alien Hominid and Hattie Haddington in Castle Crashers. The gameplay here is a mix between a beat-em-up and an RPG. You go around fighting enemies and leveling up your character. As you level up, you unlock new moves and combos. You can decapitate enemies, you can unlock various weapons and pets. My pet is a Yeti that mauls anyone who's low health. This guy is dead. There's plenty of boss fights here too, like for example Corn Boss. It's a boss made out of corn. You hit him and he shoots out popcorn, and if you eat any it'll give you a little health. After some of the bosses, you'll kiss a princess who they've been holding captive. And if you're playing multiplayer, you gotta fight your friend. You also get a chest after every boss.
Sir, this is the scariest moment of my life.
When people talk about Xbox Live Arcade, this is the type of game they're talking about. This is a top-down Marvel superhero RPG that explores the story of the superhero Civil War. You can pick from a large variety of Marvel heroes and villains to create your own team. Every character has their own moveset and can be leveled up and customized, and on the Xbox One version, sometimes, Iceman will appear super huge for no reason. Frosty Giants aside, this game is the best depiction of the Marvel Civil War story, as well as my favorite Ultimate Alliance game. From comic book style boss fights to colorful alternate costumes, this is one of the best Marvel games. It also includes a little trivia game that's really taught me a lot about Marvel. Did you know that Gambit's real name is unpronounceable? Or that Tony Stark is a recovering chocoholic? If you're into games like Diablo, I'd suggest giving this one a try. You know I love Halo, and for me, this is the best one. As much as I love Master Chief, I just can't help but feel a strong connection to Noble Team. Throughout Reach's campaign, you really get to know and care about your team and every character in it. George, Kat, Emil, and everyone else, which only makes the story that much more impactful. In terms of gameplay, this is Bungie's Halo at its most innovative, so online play is a lot of fun. You've got so many interesting guns and special abilities, but if you choose Armor Lock, I'm gonna send you a message like this.
How about you play the game for real, you fucking jackass?
Kirby's Adventure is, in my opinion, the best game on the NES. It is, at the very least, the most vibrant and colorful game, and it's definitely the best looking one. Kirby himself has a very basic looking character design, which keeps him from distracting from the beauty of Dreamland. The way the world moves around you and how visually stunning this game is will never fail to amaze me. How they were able to fit all of this into an NES game is beyond me. This game is very fun, and more importantly, it's very easy. Anyone could pick it up and enjoy it, which is a thing that Sakurai seems to do with many of his games. But this one is my favorite. I'm not really into turn-based games because a lot of them feel repetitive, the gameplay isn't engaging, and even the good ones have terrible stories. Paper Mario does not have these problems. You see, Paper Mario allows you to do little QuickTime event style moves to boost the power of your attacks. This one little thing changes the gameplay so you aren't just mindlessly going through the menu looking for the most powerful move. You can really choose how you want to play through a fight, and more importantly, it's a lot of fun. Also, the story here is phenomenal. There's even some things here that were integrated into the Mario movie. This is the perfect Mario story, but I'd rather not say anything more about it here, because it's better if you just play it yourself. Whenever I ask someone what their favorite fighting game is, I usually get the same answer: Injustice. From online multiplayer to gameplay mechanics, this game was just perfect. With a story mode that was so well written it spawned years of comic book adaptations, and some of the most iconic fictional characters ever created. This game had everything. This is the blueprint for modern fighting games, and for good reason. Because Batman's in it. This game has so much personality. Every little trap and inconvenience has its own animation or punchline.
This cave is creepy. Cool off, sucker. My toes, my toes. Pizza power. Forgot the sun cream. Now I'm too cool. Anyone got a pin? Where's my rattle?
If you stand still for too long, Splinter will start sliding across the screen, getting bigger each time until he bombs you. But that's nothing in comparison to what happens in the SNES version.
For God's sake, what happened to her eyes?
With so many fun bosses and awesome enemies, this is easily my favorite beat 'em up. Now, I said Injustice is everyone else's favorite fighting game, but Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is my favorite fighting game. With an absolutely insane roster of every sprite Capcom could throw in, some of the best music in gaming, awesome stages, and of course tag team combat, Marvel vs. Capcom has to be number 2, because it's the shit. Alright. I'm sure you know what's about to come next. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time is my favorite game of all time. Story, gameplay, characters, music, world building, level design, combat, puzzles, exploration. This game is a fucking masterpiece. Ocarina of Time is a journey that must be experienced. This game is why gaming was created, to envelop the player in a world that is not their own, and allow them to discover its horrors, wonders, and secrets at their own pace. That's why this is my favorite game ever made. Alright, well, bye.